Spectators are reminded that it is a condition of entry to comply with the spectator code of behaviour. Any person who does not comply with the spectator code of behaviour or who otherwise causes a disturbance may be evicted from the venue and may be banned from attending future matches. Everyone has a role to play in ensuring that our game is played and watched in a safe and enjoyable environment. Let's focus on what's important. Let's focus on the football. Please note, ServiceFM Stadium is a smoke and rain-free venue.
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
We all play the same game. The battlefield may look different, but between those painted lines, the feeling each of us get alongside our tribe. Let the moment sink in, then let it rip. The runs out wide, last-ditch efforts and clean sheets. The tap-in or rocket to the top bins. The eruption of the 12th player that sends shivers down your spine. It's in the way we celebrate, because football is everyone's game. Play football.
On the back of the announcement at the celebration of football, MetroStars will be investing $50,000 into a coach education fund. $35,000 will be invested into community coach education, which will see 19 courses at club venues and over 500 community coaches. Working closely with clubs to develop and upskill coaches will strengthen the grassroots community, which will obviously benefit the football community as a whole.
It can only be beneficial because most of the clubs, most of the coaches start off just as parents coaching their kids' teams, and they're learning on the job as much as the kids. So this would be perfect because not only would kids be getting coached, the coaches will be getting coached.
As a club, we struggle to attract good coaches, and having this sort of funding coming our way will actually allow us to sort of offer more boys and girls out there to actually coach at the club. Everything comes at a cost these days, and this award presented to our club here again will allow our average parents, supporters, players to the opportunity to come out and actually to take on coaching and to be part of it. They've got a passion about this sport and a passion about this club. They'll be able to come here now, get trained up and actually take on the team and just move forward with us here.
The remaining $15,000 will be invested into a joint initiative with MetroStars, Adelaide United and PSV, where selected coaches and technical directors from South Australia will be given a professional development opportunity to go to PSV in October 2025.
Once you get the bug for the coaching, you love it, and you love seeing the kids improve, especially the connection to your club. You want to see the kids come through at your club, and it's just a win-win for everyone.
Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. Fixed price turnkey. It's gotta be HPG.
Puts in the penalty and wins the grand final for Campbelltown City.
Hello, good evening and welcome to ServiceFM Stadium here for this men's RA NPL match between Adelaide United and MetroStars. I'm your host, David Grant, and I'll be taking you through the next 90 minutes of football alongside my co-host, Simon Jimenez. Simon, how are you?
Going very well. Excited for this one. First leg of the semis between these two teams, and I think stylistically it's a pretty good matchup. So looking forward to seeing what not only the next 90, but the next 180 minutes over 2 weeks brings.
Absolutely. Well, this is coming on the back of the earlier game between Adelaide City and Croydon, which finished 1-1. And this is the second of the RA NPLSA finals presented by ServiceFM. I'm going to take you through the lineups, folks. Firstly, Adelaide United lining up as follows. Number 13, Max Vertuli. 23, Luka Blazevic. 44, Ryan White. 45, Alex Battistella. Number 52, the captain, Sotira Phyllis. 62 is Fabian Taladera. 71 is Vinko Stanisic. 72 is Mohamed Hassan. 74, Amlani Tatu. 78, Malawal Nikola. And 79, Fezu Kasumovic. MetroStars, they line up as follows. Number 1, the goalkeeper, Cody Ostreich. Number 4, Noah McNamara. 5, Christian D'Angelo. Number 7, Hamish Gow. 8, Christian Sotira. Number 9, Owen Windsor. Number 11, Cameron Woodfin. 17, Thomas Visser. Number 22, the captain, Jackson Walls. 23 is Scott Nagel. And 25, Michael Cittadini. Adelaide United finished 5th on the SANPL ladder, having had a mixed season. They did knock out FK Beograd last week. Scraped through that one, I would say, and then come into this two-legged semi-final as perhaps maybe the underdog. This is the club's 10th season in the top tier, having won the title once before in 2023 when they overcame Modbury Jets in the final 7-2. MetroStars, meanwhile, formed in 1994 as the Metro Knights, are aiming to win what has been an elusive champions title for them. They've had plenty of premiers titles, or premierships should I say, but were last crowned champions proper when they beat Adelaide City at Highmarsh Stadium way back in September 2012. Michael Matriciani was the goal scorer that day for a side that included Adam Van Dommel, Dan Godley and Scott Tunbridge. We of course met twice through this season. Adelaide United drawing 3-3 with MetroStars at home. Burkitt got 2 that day, Taladera 1, and a Cameron Woodfin hat-trick back in round 5. And in round 16, a 1-1 draw, Noah McNamara and Alex Battistella scoring the 2 goals that day. Referee today, the man in the middle, is Curtis Wordsworth. And he will be ably assisted by assistant Jaden Betterman, assistant Joseph Bajeski, and we have the luxury of a 4th official tonight, Simon, in Joe Jordan Tripodi. Metro United lining up in the black kit on the left of your screen, shooting to the goal on the right. And Adelaide United in that scarlet red strip, shooting to the goal on the left of your screen. What are you expecting tonight, Simon? There's a big question for you.
I'm expecting an exciting game. I think tactically these two teams match up pretty well. We saw 2 draws in their other encounters this year. Was that the last one? That was at TK Shutter. I think despite the 1-1 scoreline, MetroStars had the better opportunities. So I think it's going to be an interesting one. You mentioned that Adelaide United are probably the underdogs, but they were last week too, and I was pretty impressed with the effort that they put forth at the end, especially for the last 20 minutes or so, because they only had 9 men and ably defended against a motivated FK Beograd.
Well, decent summary there. I probably have seen a little bit less of Adelaide United this year. I've been allocated games elsewhere, so I'm relying on a little bit of your insight and knowledge here as Noah McNamara picks up the ball in the left back spot and launches forward for Owen Windsor. It's picked up by Cameron Woodfin though, and he pushes it out wide here to Thomas Visser on this near side, makes his way into the penalty box. Goes across to Hamish Gow at the edge of the box. Gow does like to have a shot from here, but he's been forced back by Mohamed Hassan of Adelaide United. Eventually the ball goes out on the far side for a throw-in. Alex Battistella leaves it for Malal Nikola on the far side.
Yeah, Thomas Visser had a brief touch there. He's one player that was actually had an interesting game last time these two met, because I thought he had a fantastic game, except for the fact that he just couldn't find the back of the net. He had 4 shots on target, but wasn't successful in the end, which I guess kind of summed up MetroStars' performance on that particular night, but this has been in tremendous form in the last few weeks, and he loves to take possession on his left foot as he did just a couple of moments ago, so he might be an interesting wild card to watch tonight.
Talladega takes the throw in, aims for White. It ends up coming out to the wing here, down to the side. Solid tackle there by Jackson Walls, and eventually MetroStars look to clear their lines and do so again through Walls. Kasumovic with the winning header there, but Woodfin intercepts for MetroStars, cuts inside, finds Visser. Satira now making his way through the middle of the park, and they move it out to the left-hand side. Cittadini now plays a square ball across the park, finds Visser on this near side. Facing Talladega, tries to get his cross in, it's blocked though. And eventually ball bounces out, and it'll be a MetroStars throw-in on this near side. Jackson Walls to take.
I think Jackson Walls will be an interesting one to watch today, because he'll probably have the job defending Amlani Tatu. So keep an eye out for that little matchup.
Here's Christian D'Angelo now. Comes into the starting 11 after a few starts on the bench in recent times. Lachlan Barr unavailable today. And that is the only change Danny Greystone has made for MetroStars. Lachlan Barr out and Christian D'Angelo coming in. But Barr isn't even on the bench as we look at the bench. MetroStars look quite strong there. They've got Lachlan Zapla, Jackson Fortunato, Jake Porter, Lionel Muhatira, Ricardo Lapiello, and Brody Fowler. So it's a strong bench they have. Depth in numbers. Free kick given there in the middle of the park. Won by D'Angelo. All 6'7" of him.
Is that an official statistic?
Well, it's one I've just made up, but 75.7% of all statistics are made up on the spot. Noah McNamara now on the far side.
There's a lot of height between the centre-backs for MetroStars.
They've traditionally had strong centre-backs, MetroStars, when you think about who they've had in those positions in the past. As the ball's played over to the far side, Cittadini picks it up, faces Nicola. Doesn't get the better of him though. Nicola wins it. Battistella now with the ball. He's forced back though through Scott Nagel. Eventually Hamish Gow, looking a bit like Billy Bremner there in the middle of the park, picks the ball up.
Who did you say looked like there?
Billy Bremner.
I don't know who that is.
I'll explain at half time. It's Tatu, a little chip forward. Battistella on the run, but it's just too heavy to go all the way through. He was a diminutive Lionheart in the middle of the park for various teams, including Leeds United in Scotland in the 70s. Sadly no longer with us, but he was a bit of a hero of mine when I was a youngster.
Well, that's a nice deep cut as far as the references. I've heard a lot of comparisons about Hamish Gow. That wasn't one I've heard. He's you certainly can't miss him in the middle of the park with his flying blonde locks.
He just runs the midfield well, doesn't he? Just sits slightly behind the midfield, and that's a 6 role, the holding midfield role. Does it well. Here's Tatu on this near side now. Gets the better of Jackson Wall, still has the ball at his feet, makes his way to the edge of the box. He's now in the box. Gets to the byline. Delicate chip to the far post. It's gone out though. And Alex Battistella will do nothing more than retrieve. Oh, he doesn't. He didn't retrieve it. Thought he was going to retrieve it, but
he said, Cody Ostrike, you go for a run and grab this yourself.
That's it. I'm not your ball boy. Adelaide United coming into this with a couple of changes from their starting 11 from last week. Alex Battistella comes in. Mohamed Hassan, he also comes in. Of course, they had 2 red cards in that game last week. Bailey O'Neill and Harry Crawford, both red carded against FK Beograd last week and therefore suspended today. So Battistella and Hassan, the fortuitous recipients of a starting berth in this Adelaide United side. We're now 5 minutes in on the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard for all your indoor and outdoor LED needs. Simon?
Alex Battistella is not a bad inclusion for this, because he was the goal scorer in the 60th minute the last time these two teams met, and I think he's got a little bit of his creativity and the way he plays and the way he moves in the middle maybe something that was lacking for Adelaide United a little bit last week, so perhaps he might be able to want to make a bit of an impact tonight.
Hasn't really been a regular start. Indeed, he's only got 4 league goals this season. He's played a lot off the bench. But hasn't looked out of his depth or out of place this season, having signed over here from Adelaide City last year. MetroStars free kick just inside Adelaide United half. Hamish Gow over it, pings it with his left out to this near side. D'Angelo picks it up, finds Satira, plays it to Walls, and ultimately it goes all the way back to the goalkeeper Cody Ostreich. Whistle's kept that in, but only for Fabian Taladera to play it back to his goalkeeper Max Vertuli. Ball's played out to that far side. And here's Battistella putting a bit of pressure on the back line for MetroStars, but the ball's cleared by Christian D'Angelo and it goes out for a throw-in on the far side. Just in front of that handsome main stand there as the sun begins its descent on another day here in Adelaide. Last day of winter, I think, isn't it, Simon?
Yes, that's correct.
You had to think about that.
I had to think how many days there were in August, but yeah, I think you're right.
You were just trying to remember. I'll keep you right with all sorts of things, including old Scottish footballers and the seasons of the year. Here's Thomas Visser. Fancies his chances in taking his opponents on, but his cross in the end is, well, to be honest, poor. And that goes out for a goal kick.
Rare use of the right foot for him, I've got to say. He loves to cut it back onto the left, and he didn't decide to do it in that stage. But he's just been great to watch over the last few weeks. He's really come alive with some more regular starts in this team. Satira moving into the middle has sort of made a bit more of a, I guess, a vacancy for him to play there. And speaking of Satira, he's had a couple of good weeks playing the middle as well. He seems to be finding his feet as he has a touch.
Here's Owen Windsor. Englishman. Played for Leek Town, didn't he? Plays it back to Jackson Walls, and he in turn finds D'Angelo, and it goes all the way back to the goalkeeper, Cody Ostreich. Hamish Gow drops deep to collect and plays it out to the far side. Scott Nagel. An overlapping run from Michael Cittadini. Satira Phyllis is over there to intercept, and he plays it back to Vertuli, who clears. Mara opts to play back to his goalkeeper. I think goalkeepers have had more touches than some of the outfield players so far in the first 10 minutes here at ServiceFM. Visser with a lovely little pass, plays in Satira, makes his way down the right, chipped into the middle. Target is Windsor, he won't get there first though. And it's cleared, and it will be a corner as indicated by the assistant Joseph Majeski on this near side.
Snuck through, didn't he, on Windsor? I didn't think it was a chance to come onto that one, but all of a sudden he found himself on the end of it, or the touch wasn't brilliant. But MetroStars now with an opportunity off the corner. They have been effective from the corner, and the tall centre-backs that you mentioned have been handy in putting them in the back of the net. I think it was Noah McNamara the last time these two played that got MetroStars' only goal off of a corner.
Late in the game from memory too. Here's Hamish Gow, indicates with his right that he's going to put the ball right into the mix. But it's cleared by United. Picked up by Scott Nagel, who's playing centre-back just now. Chips it in towards the penalty spot, but that's easily and comfortably and without pressure collected by Fabian Taladera, and he plays it back to his goalkeeper. Lovely night here, isn't it? Lovely view. I'm glad I'm spending it with you.
A little bit speechless of that. Maybe it's the sunset in front of us.
It is, though. It's nice, isn't it? Lovely setting.
It is, it is.
Can't imagine what else you'd want to be doing on your Saturday night other than spending it with us.
Well, the good news is we get to do it all over again next Saturday night too with the second leg.
True, that's a good reminder that this is the first leg of a two-legged semi-final for a spot in the final in 2 weeks' time. 2025 season seems to be almost over as quickly as it began. Gow plays it out to the far side. Nagel finds Windsor, who just seems to be everywhere in the park over these first 12 minutes or so. Here's Ryan White now for Adelaide United. Can't get the pass over his opponent. MetroStars win it back. Against it goes out for MetroStars throwing in that far side. Scott Nagel to take right in front of the RAA sign. Sponsors of our game here in South Australia. Jackson Walls now, MetroStars captain. Plays it all the way back to his goalkeeper. MetroStars content just to hold on to the ball, play it around and enjoy the possession, especially when they're back in their own third. McNamara now plays it out to the far side. Cameron Woodfin, first time we've mentioned him. We're 12 minutes in and we haven't mentioned Cameron Woodfin yet. He's maybe had a quiet opening 10 minutes. The American wins the free kick, which Gow has now taken. Tyler Dira versus Visser. Ryan White comes in to steal the ball away. There's Hamish Gow again. Threads the ball through. It's the right idea and he's very good at that. Didn't come off this time. The target was Michael Cittadini, but it has gone all the way through to Max Vertuli.
A little bit of body language from Cittadini there, which maybe indicated that he was a little bit frustrated by himself there. So maybe just a bit of an error with his run or perhaps a slip or something. But you're right, the ball to find him was magnificent.
Kasimovic plays across the back to his captain Phyllis. And it goes forward from Vinko Stanisic. Just a bit too heavy, a bit too far for Malawal Nicola to get, and it goes out by a goal kick for MetroStars.
One thing I did notice in watching Adelaide United last week is they did seem to just find a little bit of fight that they'd maybe been lacking in the last couple of weeks of the regular RAA NPL season. Be interesting to see if they continue that.
There's a little short ball by Hamish Gow, but rescued. Maybe I'm dramatising it a little bit, but I'm not sure what everyone's appealing for. They're appealing for a handball. It's a goalkeeper. He's supposed to be able to handle it, right?
Well, I think just to further that point, and maybe it is sort of clever timing that those two little spills happen, but you know what? Actually, I'm going to come back to that.
The shot's just wide and hits the United support behind the goal there. They didn't move, they just turned their backs, didn't they? Made of steel, those folk.
I don't know about that reaction time. I don't think we'd see them between the sticks. Just going back to the point that I made, just the extra aggression that Adelaide United seemed to be showing, and you saw there a little bit of a spill from Cody Ostrike and then a little spill from Bartilli at the other end. It was a couple of weeks ago where Para Hills was able to open the scoring off an early mistake, and I believe it was off a mistake that Adelaide United were able to capitalise last week as well. So you show that a little bit of extra energy and aggression, you can certainly be rewarded for it.
Indeed, here's Thomas Visser on this near side. Owens collected the ball. He seemed to think he was offside. He glanced at the official on the side, but the ball comes in from his cross to the far post, goes wide. And both teams now asking questions of each other. They're both truly settled into this men's RAA NPL match here. Proudly presented by ServiceFM.
A few latecomers to the crowd. I think we made a comment before we went to air, just saying it looked a little bit quiet in the stands, but I think it's probably doubled in size since we made that observation earlier.
Yeah, no, there's a decent crowd over there. Filtering in, there was some Adelaide United looked to try and play it from the back here, and MetroStars pressed very high. But yeah, no, a decent crowd this afternoon, and crowds because earlier on there were games on the other pitches behind, and of course a game here, a women's elimination semi-final, played immediately before this one. So plenty of football on show here at Service FM throughout the day. Jackson Walls now on this near side. Gives it back to D'Angelo. And finds Noah McNamara. McNamara linking up with Nagel. And the ball is worked back over to the right hand side. Here's Windsor, dropped deep to receive Gauss, swap places with him. He's pushed up forward and switched the play to the far side. Cittadini finds Nagel in the overlapping run. Nagel with the left foot cross. Alex Battistell's back there quick to defend that for Adelaide United, and it's gone out for a corner on the far side.
Typical Cittadini, just sneaking in from wide positions, and they always do great to find him.
There's no weak links in either of these teams really as you look across the board, you know, and just prepare for this corner to come in. It goes deep to the back post. Angelo's there but can't get above the ball, and he's put it over the top. But yeah, as you look across those sides, the two sides out there are no weak links really, are there? I mean, I mentioned the MetroStars bench before, but Adelaide United have got strength there too. Mutsa Mapandawana on the bench, Cameron Harris, Giorgio Parhas, Fabian Grelli, Sajid Naziri comes in as well. So, I mean, they've got strength. Both teams have got strength right across the board, haven't they?
Yeah, for sure. I think having commentated so much MetroStars this year as well, that's one thing that I sort of notice about them as well.
You must be sick of them, are you?
Oh, no, they're an entertaining team to watch. So, and TK Shutter's around the corner from home, so that doesn't hurt either. But yeah, absolutely, the talent they've got all over the park, it's extraordinary, and maturity all across their lineup as well.
McNamara now. It's a careless ball. Vinko Stanisic accepts it gratefully and says thanks. Nicola pulls it back to Sotira Phyllis. And he's allowed to venture forward a few yards and chips the ball forward for teammate to chase it outside. It's gone out in the far side there, and it's a throw in for MetroStars. Mohamed Hassan was the player who was trying to get there. Lani Tatu with a attempted header that he missed. Jackson Walls gets it. Visser has it now in this near side. Fabian Taladera tickles the ribs but can't get the ball. Jackson Walls now. Tatu offers some sort of pressure, but Walls' final ball goes all the way through to Max Bertulli. Goes, I think, complaining that he's the only one working up there. That's how I read it anyway, Simon. I might be wrong, but here's Ryan White. Cross comes into the middle. Battistella's there. As well as Luka Blazevic. He didn't get to either of them though. And MetroStars now try to play it from the back. Lost possession in their own half here. Mlani Tatu, overlapping run from Fabian Taladera. He doesn't have much in the way of support, so he'll cross it into the middle. And a shot coming in from Luka Blazevic. But he didn't get the body around it, and he's pushed it wide, and it's a goal kick.
Good job though for Adelaide United just to create something out of that. I noticed last week as they built momentum and just looked more and more comfortable and managed to control possession a little bit, the confidence just made a huge difference for them. So I think in the first part of the game, MetroStars done most of the controlling, but you really can't let Adelaide United have too much of a sniff of it.
Ball goes out off Lani Tatu. MetroStars throwing in this near side. Jackson Walls looks like he's shaping up to take that. Satira completely unmarked. United a wee bit slow just to get onto that, and MetroStars enjoy the liberty of the space afforded them, and it was all the way back to their goalkeeper, and they look to reset. Christian D'Angelo now goes long, chip over the top. That's going to go all the way out for a goal kick.
They seem really vocal so far, MetroStars. May I possibly even say maybe a little bit frustrated? You mentioned the body language from Gao as well. When he was sort of on his own, looked a little bit panicked from that delivery up front. And you mentioned that maybe the body language just was indicating that there was maybe some frustration that no one else was there. And when that ball came forward, he was the only one that was even in the vicinity. So,
yeah, possibly. I mean, I've got the headset on. I can't hear anything the players are saying. But reading into the body language, yeah, I think maybe you're right. Noah McNamara goes to the ground there. He's fouled on that far side. But possibly, I just noticed that when Gao made his run forward, he sort of got there. He did get the ball and he glanced around. There were no teammates with him, and he kind of looked frustrated at that. But I might be misreading it. It's hard to tell when you're up here in the executive suite.
Yeah, I only sort of managed to eavesdrop a little bit as they were playing on the near side. And well, one thing I have noticed, those long balls seem to be coming a lot more from MetroStars as well. So maybe you haven't got those close options that they usually have.
Faisal Kasumovic plays out from the back there, finds Ryan White. Zavic, but it's intercepted here by Hamish Gao. Played the ball through. Thomas Visser's clean here in goal. He might have a shot. He does to the far post. Or was it across? Not sure. But either way, it's gone out for a goal kick in the far side. But another lovely little through ball by Hamish Gao to play in a teammate racing forward. And maybe a chance squandered. Certainly a decent enough chance and not a shot on target.
Well, it was a brilliant ball, as you said, from Gao to find him. Again, having watched so much of Visser this year, as soon as I saw the first touch and it sort of landed on the right foot, I thought to myself, it'll be interesting to see what he can do off his right there, and the answer was unfortunately not much. That's maybe the second wayward one we've seen come off his right tonight.
Be playing him on the right so he can cut inside and hit the crosses in with his left, but that's not worked so far for him tonight.
Usually he's got plenty of space to do that. You can sort of very predictably on the edge of the 18-yard box just cut it in and control it with a couple of touches and launch the shot off.
Ryan White with a nice ball there, but it's taken down beautifully by Lani Tatu. Tatu has a shot. That's a good stop, though, by Cody Ostreich to deny Tatu. In the 25th minute here at ServiceFM.
Just thinking, we're talking about Visser. Tatu's that similar sort of player, the way the positions in which he controls it. Tatu, I think, usually favours to carry it just a little bit deeper than Visser does. But both those players could be the keys at either end.
Mohamed Hassan fouled by Hamish Gao there. Free kick for Adelaide United as awarded by the referee Curtis Wordsworth. Tatu yet to really shine tonight, I feel. 25 minutes in, he has had that shot there that tested Ostreich, but been a little bit quiet other than that, I feel.
It was a quiet start for him last week, and his first real impact was getting Adelaide United 1-0 up. So
that's right, you can do nothing all day and then score a goal.
Yeah, you can't.
That's all you need to do, isn't
you
it?
have to stay wary of a quiet Lani
Kick
Tatu.
comes into the middle, cleared by Jackson Walsroyd, interrupts either side.
Oh, good.
Zavic in this near side, challenged by Windsor. Windsor wins it. Visser keeps it in, Battistella pumps it forward. It's taken by Christian Satira and returned. And he goes all the way back to the goalkeeper, marks for too late. Satira Phyllis now. Hassan combining well with Nicola on the far side, but the ball looks like it's gone out. As indicated by the assistant on the far side, Jane Bertman. we mentioned earlier on, there are 4 officials for these finals games. Wordsworth in the middle, Majeski and Besserman on each side, but we have a 4th official on the touchline in Joe Jordan Tribodi, who has his work might have his work cut out. In the other game, the 4th official, Tom Brinkler, certainly had a bit on between the benches and the digital paperwork you have to do in this modern day and age. Throwing in this near side now, Fabian Taladier with it. It ends up with Hamish Gow playing as a 6 but wearing 7. Cody Ostreich. And United really putting the pressure on. Here's McNamara. He clears with his left. Concedes a throw in, but under pressure there from 3 United players. Hassan, Tatu, and Blazevic.
I feel like United are starting to get a little bit of momentum. I think for the first 10 or so, it looked like MetroStars were in control, but as time goes on, United are looking just a little bit more dangerous, and MetroStars at times just struggling to get it out of their back half.
I think you're right. I think MetroStars' first 10 minutes was very good, and they started strongly, but after the 10 minutes, I feel Adelaide United have just settled a bit more now and maybe looked a bit more in control. MetroStars really yet to test Max Fartulli up front. I don't think he's had a save to make yet. They've threatened, but they haven't really delivered.
I've got to say, I was really impressed with Adelaide United last week. They were well and truly the underdog against FK Beograd, and even the form that they'd had going into those couple of games. I don't have the stats in front of me, but I think it was 2 losses consecutively, including a really difficult one against Adelaide City, where, to be honest, they got bullied a little bit. So I was wondering against FK Beograd, if FK Beograd were able to make it a real physical game against, for the most part, younger players, whether they could sort of manage to bully them again. But that's not what happened, and I think attitude-wise, United, so far, I mean, it's early days, maybe looking better again from what we saw last week.
They did scrape into the finals. I mean, they finished 5th, right? So they're still, above the 6th spot, which is the final spot. But in that last round of games, I mean, they weren't assured of that 5th spot. They weren't even assured of finals in that last game. I mean, Playford were playing at Comets, and a Playford win combined with a loss for 2 of the teams above them, 2 of the 3 teams above them, should I say, which were Campbelltown, Burculla, and Adelaide United at the time. And they could have dropped from 5th out of the top 6 to 7th. But results went their way in terms of the Burculla and the Campbelltown games, as well as the Playford game, and they scraped in.
They were at Modbury, weren't they, last round?
Adelaide United?
Yeah,
that's right. Modbury did well. So Adelaide United lost to Modbury. Campbelltown and Burculla lost their games, but Playford also lost their games. All 4 in that zone lost, and if any one of the 3 that I mentioned before had won, they'd have been assured a final spot. Playford needed to win and rely on others above to lose, but all 4 teams in that zone lost.
And I'm just trying to, again, I don't have the stats in front of me. Was 4-0 against Modbury in the end, or 5-0?
I think it was 5.
And then the week before that was 4-0 against Adelaide City. So that sort of, it illustrates the point about that run of form that they had towards the tail end of the season, which I guess was maybe the reason that I was a little bit surprised from them last week.
They're a very hard team to predict, Simon, honestly. We do predictions in our little office, if you like, and Adelaide United's a very hard team to predict. Here's Hamish Gow now. He's in Scott Nagel.
There's so much talent in that team, though, that I was even thinking it at times last week. When you get any one particular player really stand up, they can just be dangerous and just really impact games.
Cody Ostreich goes long. Taladier versus Walls. Walls wins that one, gets the throw. No McNamara. Chips down the wing. Michael Cittadini's on the run. He doesn't get there.
It wasn't the perfect delivery in that instance, but again, I called it a little bit earlier, the way Cittadini just sneaks in from really, really wide on that left-hand side, creating opportunities which have been a little bit few and far between for MetroStars so far tonight.
Here with a shot. Oh, just wide. And Max Vertuli was caught in no man's land there, I think, as Christian Satiri's shot came in from all of 30 yards out. I'm not sure. There's a lot of shouting going on. I'm not sure what they're appealing for. But Max Vertuli wasn't getting anywhere near that. But it didn't matter anyway. The shot was wide, but MetroStars suddenly maybe coming alive.
Yeah, it looked like it was on there.
There's Alex Battistella in a foot race now. He'll get there first, but he's gone too wide. And he wins the corner.
Just rewinding a few seconds, just in the follow-up to that shot from Satira, you're right, there was a lot of body language between the players again, and Owen Windsor was really animated as well. So just interesting to note that so far tonight from MetroStars. I do find it interesting when teams do come off a week off, and I do kind of wonder how they return from that.
That's right, it's a very good point. The MetroStars have had that week off. As United's corner comes in, near post flicked on by White. He breaks the tattoo at the edge of the box. Satiri is the one defending there. And eventually Scott Nagle blocks the final shot. Battistella now for United, chips it into the middle. Penalty spot is the target. And of course the eventual header hit the bar.
That was awkward for Ostrike.
Yeah, coming off Satira Phyllis. I think Ostrike probably had it covered, but it would have unnerved him.
That upright sort of snuck up on him, didn't it?
Yeah. I think it was closer than he was probably anticipating, but he was underneath it. I think he had it covered. But
yeah, I think he had it covered too. It was just awkward the way it was a little bit of a loopy one.
Christian D'Angelo now plays along the ground, but he's given it to Tatu. Tatu's got a little bit of space, edge of the box. Tatu shoots, hits the post, and eventually sort of half cleared by McNamara, but only as far as Tatu again. Comes out to Hassan now. And he plays it back. And they look to rebuild. Ryan White has it now at his feet. So Tira Phyllis plays it up the side there. Looking for Maloal Nicola, didn't get to him though. Phyllis has it again. Finds White. White loses his footing. I correct myself, he's fouled by Cameron Woodfin, as determined by the referee. And it's a free kick for Adelaide United.
Just saw United come alive there a moment ago. That shot for Amlani Tatu had a little bit of space to work with. Had enough time to take the extra touch and just set up his right foot. Unfortunate to not quite get the benefit of coming off the inside of the upright on that occasion.
Stanisic makes his way forward now. He might have a shot. No, decides to play it out to the side. Nicola has it, chips it into the middle. Tatu. That's gone about 40 yards over the bar. Worth the effort though, eh? Why not?
You see those deliveries come into a play like him, and it's almost like time slows down. You'd think, what's he going to pull out here?
To him, it would have looked like a big beach ball coming over the top, wouldn't it?
He's just got so much flair. You know, the obvious comparison is Nestoria and Kunda. And, you know, he made headlines last week.
Yeah.
And you just know that, you know, when you watch Amlani Tatu play, that you just think, God, how many highlights is he going to give us in the future?
After us suggesting he'd been quiet through the first half. And I think maybe, I stand by that comment to be honest. I mean, I think for the first 20 minutes he was a little bit quieter, but he's sort of come into the game a little bit more now, Tatu, in this near side. Mohamed Hassan looks to collect the ball now on the far side. Christian Satira intercepts though. The MetroStars have it. Here's Thomas Visser on this near side. Fabian Taladera faces him. Visser makes his way to the edge of the box. So he's fouled. No, he's not fouled. Excuse me. It looked like it to me, but it was very quick. And I'm nowhere near positioned well enough to make that judgment. The MetroStars now look to rebuild. Jackson Walls tries to play the ball forward.
I think United did well to measure up Visser on that occasion. He did sort of what I said before, exactly what that Visser move was, and they were all over it, making sure that he didn't have too much space to play onto his left foot.
To be honest, there was no complaint from the players. The referee seemed to have no doubt in his mind that there was no foul there, so my apologies for calling it before it had been decided upon. Here's Ryan White now. He's out to this near side ball. It's just a bit heavy. It's beyond the Manny Tattoo. He's not that quick. MetroStars take the throw in, but it's an awkward one for Hamish Gow to deal with, and he has two opponents on him. And eventually he is fouled by Blazevic, I think. They were both assaulting him.
That was just funny watching Amlani Tatu and Hamish Gow engage in that instance. You just see limbs going everywhere. They're just very just wild players to watch.
Long ball by Ostreich to the far side, intercepted by Nicola. He receives it back from Battistella. Hassan goes back to Nicola. Receives it back. Phyllis has no option but to go backward under pressure from Owen Windsor. And the ball goes out. A little bit of uncertainty about what the decision is, but it must have gone out on the full without being intercepted, and Kasimovic now has it. It's good that he's dyed his hair blonde for us tonight. He's easy to pick out, isn't he? A lot of these youngsters I find with Adelaide United look very similar from a distance because they're all about the same age, aren't they?
Yeah. No, I agree with you.
So
and there's a couple of tall bodies in the back for Adelaide United, so it does make it easier to pick him out. The tall blonde head. Have we got a height estimate for him?
He's nearly 7 foot. He's 6'9.5". Straight through the middle. Thomas Visser's got a chance here. He's been crowded out. Will they get a shot in? Ball's run all the way through to Max Fartulli, but what a fine through ball by Owen Windsor to set that opportunity up for MetroStars. Jackson Walls. Tatu, great tackle by Walls. And again, wins the ball and plays in Windsor.
Took no chances there. Walls against Tatu.
Hamish Gow now has it. MetroStars a somewhat careless pass there. D'Angelo pushes McNamara right out to the touchline, but McNamara goes forward only as far as Ryan White. And United have it. Satiris Phyllis now. 40 minutes gone in the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard for all your indoor and outdoor LED needs, Simon.
Well delivered.
There's United on the far side. Nicola has Battistella. Eventually it's cleared by the diminutive Scott Nagle. I'm sure he won't mind me saying that.
I was just thinking as you made the time call there, it's rare that we get to this stage of the game and MetroStars haven't really had too many clear opportunities. The probably best one was that instance from Visser just a couple of minutes ago.
Yep.
But they've been a little bit few and far between, and I think as time goes, again, United just seem to be getting more and more confidence.
United have looked maybe a bit more convincing in front of goal than MetroStars for me. Both sides very evenly matched. I think the half has been quite even. But in terms of right in front of goal, Adelaide United look more likely. Still a long way to go. We've got another 45 after this, and then we've got 90 next week, possibly 120 next week. This is the first leg of a two-legged semi-final for a spot in the grand final in a fortnight. There's Tatu, gets the better of Visser. Plays it out to Taladere on the left. Taladere makes his way to the byline, chips it in with his left. to the back post. It's nodded down. Cleared eventually by McNamara from the feet of Luka Blazevic. And I think there were 3 attempts, each of which were bordering on minor assault before the third one made contact. I'm not sure who picked the booking up there, Simon.
Yeah, I'm just having a look down to our screen just to see if I can catch that.
It was a yellow card. The first name goes into the book. Curtis Wordsworth's notebook. I would imagine that's a very fancy one. Curtis Wordsworth is one of our top referees. He wouldn't have a cheap notebook, I can't imagine. Leather bound, I would say. And a fine ballpoint pen as well, I would imagine. He wouldn't have a cheap pen, Curtis Wordsworth. Nothing but the best. Into the 43rd minute now. Still nothing each in this first leg of a 2-legged semi-final for a spot in the grand final in a fortnight. These two teams, half of what's left in the men's NPL South Australia, the other half being Adelaide City and Croydon, who played earlier at Regency Park, and that game ended up in a 1-1 draw. Return leg next week at Adelaide City Park will determine who gets into the final out of those two. Throw in on the far side for Adelaide United.
I'm pretty sure, just revisiting that yellow card from earlier, I'm 99% sure it was Ryan White, because his was the last challenge. Yep, it absolutely was Ryan White. And yep, it was a wild one upon seeing it on the replay that showed it from a little bit closer in. You probably got a better view of it at home.
First name in the book then this week. Ryan White scored, of course, last week in their 2-1 away win at FK Beograd. A game that, unfortunately, for FK Beograd, they'll be trying to forget. Great season for FK Beograd this year, you know. Made finals for the first time in quite a long time. And then beaten last week as that header goes back from Taladera to Bartuli.
Yeah, but 2 decades that they haven't been in finals for a crowd club like that. And they had a good crowd out for the Sunday night, but unfortunately not to be.
Come United, here's Alex Battistella, makes his way to the box now. Can't get his cross in. Good by Scott Nagel. And as far as Maloel Nicola. Sumovic sporting the Billy Idol look. Ball intercepted in the middle by Hamish Gow. Christian Sotiria now over the top. One for Owen Windsor to chase. Sumovic got there first but didn't quite get the ball under control. And eventually it goes through to Max Bartuli. Sumovic offers an apology, I see. Ryan White now looks one way, goes the other. Plays it to the far side. Maloel Nicola brings it down, facing Michael Cittadini. Nicola goes to the byline. Into the middle it goes, but through McNamara. I missed that, Simon. How long did the fourth official notify there would be?
I was hoping you'd catch that, because that sounded like a mumble to me.
I reckon it was 1 minute.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect a lot. It's been hasn't been too many stoppages.
I'm pretty sure he said 1 minute. But yeah, there hasn't been. We haven't had any goals. I haven't had any injuries. No real stoppages in play. So I'm not even sure why there'd be a minute.
Yeah, it's been competitive, but it's been a clean game. Only that one booking and nothing too reckless from either side. Interesting to see how they come out for the second half.
Noel McNamara clears the ball there, concedes a corner, which may be the last kick of this first 45. We'll find out in about 35 seconds or so.
Here comes the Adelaide United tall timber to assist.
Indeed. Kasumovic, Phyllis. And Stanisic. All near the penalty spot. Hassan's in there as well. Ryan White makes a run to the near post. It's headed clear by Noah McNamara. And it's another corner. Roughly 15 seconds to go, do you think?
Thereabouts.
I'm making that up, I've got no idea. Fabian Taladier now with the corner. The same personnel in the middle for United. Taladier goes near post this time. White looks to flick it on but doesn't make the connection. Doesn't matter anyway. The referee's blowing his whistle for half time. And as much as Adelaide United would like to have played on there, it's not going to happen. It's the break, it's the interval. What have we made of the first half, mate?
Pretty evenly matched, I think. I think United particularly would be really happy with what they put out. I think MetroStars, they're used to controlling the game a little bit more than that, so maybe they'll be a little bit disappointed with how that's played out, so I'm sure they'll get a firm word from Danny Greystone at half-time. What will we see in the second half, though? It'll be exciting to find out.
Well, we'll certainly find out soon enough. It's a 15-minute break, but yes, I would agree with you. I think MetroStars started strongly. Adelaide United, once they settled, looked good. And for me, have maybe looked a bit more threatening in front of goal in that final third. MetroStars yet to really test Max Fartulli for me, whereas Cody Ostreich has maybe had a little bit more to do at the other end. It is nothing each on the One World LED and Sportal Scoreboard. We're going to have ourselves a little cup of tea and a deep-fried chocolate bar. If you fancy that, Simon, my treat. I'll look after you while you're my guest. And we'll be back in about 15 minutes. Don't go anywhere, folks. You're watching the men's RAA NPL South Australia. Proudly brought to you by ServiceFM. Back in 10 or 15 or 12.
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price, turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes. For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price, turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
Their own hands. Rabona. This is a plethora of opponents, but gets his shot in, and that's a fine goal by Alan Rabona to make it 4-2. And Rabona has 3 for the night. And what a finish! And it's Hamish McCabe from distance. Wowee! What a goal to double the lead!
What a night Fred Sunday's had so far, really driving that attack up front.
And now, can I do something again? And there we have it, it's number 4! Marlborough Jets, out of nothing! Quickly get back into it again! And it's McCabe!
He's not going to plan in the first half. That saw Parra Hills get in front. Another chance! Wow! Locked up again in the paddocks. 2-2.
and wins the grand final for Campbelltown City.
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
Coles Mini Roos is more than just football. It is a place to find our feet, learn new skills, and meet new friends. Football starts here. Find your place. Join our team.
Nice shot from outside. What an effort that was.
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
We all play the same game. The battlefield may look different, but between those painted lines, the feeling each of us get alongside our tribe. Let the moment sink in, then let it rip. The runs out wide, last-ditch efforts and clean sheets. The tap-in or rocket to the top bins. The eruption of the 12th player that sends shivers down your spine. It's in the way we celebrate, because football is everyone's game. play football.
On the back of the announcement of the celebration of football, MetroStars will be investing $50,000 into a coach education fund. $35,000 will be invested into community coach education, which will see 19 courses at club venues and over 500 community coaches. Working closely with clubs to develop and upskill coaches will strengthen the grassroots community, which will obviously benefit the football community as a whole.
It can only be beneficial because most of the clubs, most of the coaches start off just as parents, coaching their kids' teams, and they're learning on the job as much as the kids. So this would be perfect because not only would kids be getting coached, the coaches will be getting coached.
As a club, we struggle to attract good coaches, and having this sort of funding coming our way will actually allow us to sort of offer more boys and girls out there to actually coach at the club. Everything comes at a cost these days, and this award presented to our club here again will allow our average parents, supporters, players to the opportunity to come out and actually to take on coaching and to be part of it. They've got a passion about this sport and a passion about this club. They'll be able to come here now, get trained up, and actually take on a team and just move forward with us here.
The remaining $15,000 will be invested into a joint initiative with MetroStars, Adelaide United and PSV, where selected coaches and technical directors from South Australia will be given the professional development opportunity to go to PSV in October 2025.
Once you get the bug for the coaching, you love it, and you love seeing the kids improve, especially the connection to your club. You want to see the kids come through at your club, and it's just a win-win for everyone.
Welcome back to ServiceFM for the second half of this men's RAA NPL match, proudly brought to you by ServiceFM. It is the first leg of a two-legged semi-final for a spot in South Australia's grand final in a fortnight. And I'm your host, David Grant, joined in the commentary executive suite by Simon Jimenez. Simon, tell me about the half-time stats.
Well, 6 shots for Adelaide United, 5 for MetroStars, 1 shot on target each. And in terms of just the vibe of the game, it's been pretty evenly matched. I think certainly as the half progressed, it looked like things were going more the way of Adelaide United. I felt at the start of this game that MetroStars were maybe going to be the team being chased a little bit. That's not what we've seen. A bit more possession from Adelaide United, particularly in that front half, than I would have expected. And MetroStars doing a lot more chasing of the young Reds.
Well, the stats have certainly made a bit of a liar of me, because I felt that, as I mentioned towards the end of the half, that Adelaide United had maybe tested their opposing goalkeeper a bit more effectively than MetroStars, but the stats would suggest that it's been a fairly even affair. And I think through the middle of the park, it's certainly that way, very evenly contested. We're still waiting for the teams to come out. They must have got extra cups of tea and deep fried chocolate bars in their half-time break. I only got the one, and I treated you to one. Did you enjoy it?
Oh, it was delicious. It was great. Yeah, maybe they saw it and got a little bit jealous, but yeah, they're running a little bit behind coming out of the tunnel. Just going back to the point about the control of the game and the more opportunities, I think the opportunities that we did see from MetroStars, they sort of came from those long deliveries and sort of breaks going forward, but I think it's definitely spent more time in dangerous areas up front for Adelaide United. Especially, there was that opportunity that, it's hard to pinpoint it, where Amlani Tatu had that little touch over the edge of the 18-yard box, and there was numbers all up, and it seems like there was a couple of more, I guess, messy moments at the back for MetroStars, and yeah, I guess
I'm surprised that they're saying that there's been one shot on target each half. I mean, I'm sure both of them have more to do than that. But
did that loopy header that came into Ostrike, does that count as one on target?
Maybe no, because that's hit the bar. It has to be. You don't get points for hitting the post of the bar. So yeah, that would be an off target.
Hit the right upright, and I think there was another shot on the left upright for Adelaide United as well. So they would count as on target, but you know, certainly they're threatening moments.
Yep, absolutely. Adelaide United now back on the park in their all-red kit. They haven't beaten MetroStars in their last 5 meetings. 2 draws this year, 2 heavy losses last year, and in 2023, Adelaide United lost 2-1 in round 18. Their last win over MetroStars was a 2-1 victory way back in round 7 of 2023. Musa Tori scored twice for Adelaide United, and Austin Ayubi scored for MetroStars. Nestor Irinkunda played in that game. And Noah McNamara was red carded in it as well, but he's probably trying to forget about that, so best if I don't mention it anymore. 2023 both got to this stage of finals. They both made it to the two-legged semi-final playoff place. MetroStars' biggest league win, I looked this one up as well, was an 11-1 win against Adelaide Hills Hawks in 2005.
And how do you feel about that?
Well, I wasn't playing for the Hawks in 2005. It's 10 years after. It's as much as 10 years after my time there. So glad to say I wasn't part of that. And I'm sure the Adelaide Hills Hawks won't be very happy about me reminding them of it. But that's MetroStars' biggest competitive win in the Federation competition.
Do we need to send a search party out for MetroStars?
I'm not sure. I mean, having said that, the referee's not back out yet, is he?
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe Curtis Wordsworth's got lost in the tunnels down there, just under that HPG Homes sign here at ServiceFM Stadium. And I can see, you maybe can see now in the camera shot that there is activity in the MetroStars bench as they. Or is that Adelaide United's bench? Oh no, it is Metro. Here they come. There's Danny Greystone's out. Cody Ostrike's out. Jackson Walls is out. Hamish Gow's out. I can't see any changes there. McNamara, Satira, Windsor. MetroStars playing in their all-black kit tonight, not in their familiar red and yellow, which incidentally are the colours of Sicily as represented by the towns of Palermo and Corleone. They normally play in those red and yellow stripes, but tonight they're in all black. The red would have clashed, of course, with Adelaide United. But as I look across the park, I can't see changes for either side. It looks like the same 11 for Adelaide United and the same 11 for MetroStars. Thomas Visser, the last player to rejoin the playing group. So yeah, he's definitely back.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if Metro made a half-time change. If they had, it probably would have been the first time I would have seen that from them this year, as far as memory goes. And Adelaide United looks like they're the same group. They were out a good few minutes ahead of MetroStars, and they're ready and raring to go.
Possibly a little bit of gamesmanship here by MetroStars as referee Curtis Wordsworth waits, ball in hand, whistle in mouth, to get us back underway, and MetroStars have really kept Adelaide United and ourselves waiting here. Finally, Cameron Woodfin and Owen Windsor make their way up to the penalty spot, and they will get us back underway. That's kind of them, isn't it?
It is. And I wonder if we'll see them just having a bit of a different look about them in this second half. I think, pretty evenly matched, as we said, but just judging from some of the body language that we picked up on from MetroStars, it doesn't look like the usual type of game they like to play. So I think that probably a little bit of a refocusing at half-time, I'd imagine.
Well, we are back underway. And Noah McNamara now in those orange, but I think they're orange salmon-y boots. Receives the ball and plays it out to the far side, from whence it's launched forward by Christian D'Angelo and goes all the way through to Max Vartuli in the Adelaide United goal. Kasumovic now sends it forward, but only as far as his opponent in Cittadini. MetroStars now have possession. They can't get the ball on the deck though, which is what they've been trying to do for the last couple of passes. Maybe Cittadini will do it now. He does. Plays in Gau. Gau can't get past Nicola. Stanisic. White. Nicola back to White. And a chip forward. It's intercepted though by Scott Nagel. And eventually Cameron Woodfin receives the ball. There's Ryan White now for United. Plays it down the far side. And Lani Tatu makes his way to the byline. Throws Jackson Walls, but doesn't release the ball. United now playing across the back. So Tira Phyllis, the captain. Leaves it to Kasumovic. And eventually, it goes all the way back to the goalkeeper from Luka Blazevic.
Has Tira Phyllis got a new finals haircut as well?
It does look a little bit like he's been to the hairdresser. Isn't it?
It's a daring cut.
Certainly is. I've only noticed it now you've pointed it out. Now it's all I can see.
Probably not the one to be given hair care tips, but anyway.
It's true. You said it, not me. Corner for Adelaide United.
3 each in the first half. Corners.
4-3 for Adelaide United now as this one comes in from Taladera to the penalty spot. Punch clear by Cody Ostreich. He's judged to have been fouled by his opponent. And it's Kasumovic who's being reeled back in by the referee for a quick chat. Cody Ostreich very keen to get his back underway. Interrupting the conversation there between Wordsworth and Kasumovic, and Ostreich will need to retake that.
I didn't see that clash, but I did see that blue strip flying through the air from Ostreich, and he's a solid man. I think it would take a decent amount of momentum to take him off of his feet.
It would. All 6'8" of him.
We're still going with that, are we?
Yeah. Here is Cody Ostreich now with a kick to get his back underway here at ServiceFM. 49th minute. First leg of a two-legged semi-final for a spot in the grand final in 2 weeks' time. This men's RA NPL match, proudly brought to you by ServiceFM. First legs of two-legged games can be cautious affairs. I think this one's got a goal in it though, and I think that goal would open it up. Woodfin. Cross eventually comes into the middle. Gau's underneath it. But his header loops into the grateful arms of Max Vartuli, who's now released it. He hit that like a torpedo. MetroStars eventually win possession and get to this near side now. Scott Nagel. And a little bit of pressure from Batistella there. His pass goes astray, it's gone out, and it's an Adelaide United throw in this near side. Malawal Nicola to take, wearing number 78.
It's good to see Adelaide United still playing that pressure just in the lead up to that, like MetroStars were just trying to distribute that ball around the back and maybe just try to hold things up and just dictate the tempo of play a little bit, but Adelaide United won't be letting them do that so easily. I think the call from possibly Cameron Woodfin is for Cody to just relax, so maybe that's the message coming out at half-time, just to sort of, I guess, be a little bit more patient in their approach. As we said, they were a little bit more animated at times in the first half.
Well, United have the ball now on the far side. Amlani Tatu makes his way inside. Eventually Christian D'Angelo gets the tackle in. Gets to the ball first. Wins the throw in on the far side. Jackson Walls will take that. MetroStars, of course, did get to last year's grand final. They unfortunately lost 3-1 to Campbelltown City. And Alex Mullen penalty was the winning goal in that one. Almost 12 months ago to the day. 50 weeks ago, I guess it would be. Did that through a wee calculation in my head on the fly there, Simon. 2 weeks away from this year's grand final. Last year's must have been 50 weeks ago.
Working it backwards, I like it. Very smart.
Not just a pretty face as this corner comes in. Towards the penalty spot, it's flicked on. It breaks to Hassan, I think, it's the player who had the shot there. I'm not sure if that was cleared off the line. It was all very quick, but United still have it. Cross comes back into the middle. D'Angelo clears. There's a plethora of bodies in the middle there. It's hard to work out who's got the ball. It's happening all so quickly. Stanisic tried to make the space, couldn't. MetroStars come away with it. A bit harsh there.
Yeah, got a bit of a break.
Complaining the whistle didn't come quick enough. It's always coming.
We're waiting for a bit of a break in play there just to talk about that shot, and Hassan hit it hard and low, and there's just a little bit too much traffic in front of it there. But I guess another one of those moments that we saw at a couple of instances in the first half with just Adelaide United with a lot of numbers forward and things just looking a little bit frantic for MetroStars for a moment.
McNamara plays it across the back to his defensive partner, Christian D'Angelo, and then receives it back again. Goes long. Chittadini's under this one, but so is Satir Phyllis. And Phyllis, I think, made the contact there to get the header in. And Max Vartuli collects.
Yeah, that was a little bit awkward to watch from this thing, but I wonder if the call came from Vartuli just to leave it so he could do clean-up duty there.
That shot from Hassan a moment ago was actually a save by Cody Ostreich. I've just got the luxury of a little replay screen up here, thanks to the fancy gear you've got, Simon. So a solid save there by Cody Ostreich from Mohamed Hassan to keep the scores level at nothing each on the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard. Max Vartuli now goes across the face of his own goal. Clears under pressure from Chittadini. Eventually, Amlani Tatu clears it, comes off Jackson Walls. It'll be thrown in the far side for Adelaide United. 54 minutes gone in the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard. All to play for. Metro United.
You've said that a couple of times, actually.
I know, but do you know what? I've been doing Metro United games all year. Ball comes to Chittadini, has a shot. Blocked.
Maybe it's the black kit.
It might be, but there's no excuses. I'm at the peak of my game here. I shouldn't be getting things like that wrong. Metro United, of course, merging with MetroStars for next year. So the male and the female teams We'll be playing under one banner. I suppose there's a name change there for Metro United then. Do they become MetroStars, and therefore my propensity to make that error will be diminished? I'm hoping so. Here's Owen Windsor now. There's the ball forward. There's a challenge late from Ryan White. And it will be a free kick for MetroStars.
I think that was quite late, just judging from the fact that I was watching Max Vartuli pick that up and then look back and there's someone on the floor. So in a moment we'll have the replay catch up with us. That's if the camera caught it, because I didn't quite catch that in my own peripheral vision.
Free kick for MetroStars. Hamish Gow's over it. Pops to go back to D'Angelo. D'Angelo has another go. They're playing 1-2s in the middle of the park there. Gow now makes his way forward. McNamara on his less favoured right foot goes back to his goalkeeper. Receives it back in this corner. Goes long. Owen Windsor will get to this first, I would think. No, he doesn't. He's kept that in. A lack of support up there for him, though, and eventually, under arguably less pressure than they were initially, Adelaide United have put the ball out, and it's a corner kick. Michael Cittadini looks like he's shaping up to take that. Metro corner. It's very deep. D'Angelo's at the back post. His header has gone out off an opponent, so it's a corner for Metro in the far side. I'm going to call him Metro. Can't go wrong then, can I, Simon? Corner for Metro on the far side.
Well, we've got a bit of a longer stoppage. I'm going to remind me to bring up Metro United's kit, because that's one thing I'm going to be sad to see go with them merging under the banner. Maybe let this corner play out first, though, before we go back to that.
And here comes that corner. Gow, near post. Breaks to Satira. Doesn't quite get the bounce right for him. And eventually that goes out for a goal kick. Give me your anecdote, young man.
Well, it's good to see a Kappa kit. That's one thing I do enjoy. It was a very smart-looking kit, the Metro United one. And to be perfectly honest, the MetroStars kit has been something that has been chatted about a little bit offline. Some people, you've got a smirk on your face.
Not by me.
I quite liked the kit, to be honest, this year, but it was a little bit divisive. But I've got to say, I think I like the Metro United kit even more, the smart black.
The MetroStars home kit, of course, the red and yellow that we mentioned before. For me, it doesn't look like it wants to be stripes or not stripes. I think that's the problem. It's kind of stripes halfway up and then it becomes a single colour at the top. And I think that has upset some of the onlookers. At the end of the day, it's just a kit. I like this black kit though.
Yeah. Just with the subtle stripe.
Yeah.
For more fashion tips.
I know all about that, mate. I'm a leader in that area. Here's Michael Cittadini now down the left-hand side. Jason Nicola opts to go across the middle of the park, finds Gow. He's back to Nagel. Back to Hamish Gow. He goes all the way back to Noah McNamara. They're playing the ball nicely there. MetroStars just enjoying some possession. And worked it over to the right hand side. Visser inside to Satiri. Windsor looked like he should have turned and had a little shot there, but Gow will. And it's a great stop by Max Vartuli to deny Gow. Keep the scores level with 30 minutes to go.
There's loose balls on the edge of the 18 are just fodder for Hamish Gow. You could see him just spot that one and stride in mightily to have a crack at it.
Did strike it well. Just needed to be a little bit further to the left, I think, just to be outside of the reach of Max Vartuli, who is a big figure. I mean, he's 6'7". Here's Owen Windsor. Left foot shot. Windsor! Just wide. But he's offside anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered.
I was just thinking over the last couple of minutes how MetroStars looking like they're dictating things a lot more, but up until, I guess, the last 30 to 60 seconds, it looked like they didn't quite have that sting, but I mean, although that last one was offside, they've been dangerous over the past couple of minutes, I guess.
No, I'd say you're right. I think MetroStars have just lifted over the last sort of 5-10 minutes or so. And looking real dangerous to come forward, which they're doing now. Here's Windsor, brings it down nicely with his chest. Plays it out to Michael Chedidini. He faces Nicola, but opts to play it inside. The attack breaks down. Vinko Stanisic wins it. Mohamed Hassan is bundled to the ground there. And Christian D'Angelo.
One thing I'm noticing in MetroStars build-up plays, they're just using space a lot more. Well, they seem to be now. That's one of their strengths, and even the way they build it up from the back, the centre-backs, even when they play it out, they're so wide. And it looks like when they do have that spread, rather than try to play that, you know, shorter passing game, that seems to just give them the advantage over United.
D'Angelo and McNamara at the back again. And bring in their goalkeeper, Cody Ostreich. Here's Woodfin. It's actually been quite quiet tonight, don't you feel, Cameron Woodfin? Quality player in the middle of the park there.
Yeah, possibly a little bit. I mean, that's fair to say. Maybe this is the key, just their mids just tracking a little bit back to offer some support.
Here come United forward now. Tasu tries to put some pressure on Walls. To rebuild. Ryan White now with it. Comes across the park here. Satira Phyllis finds Ryan White. Zevic. Taladera now for Adelaide United, comes back in towards the middle of the park. It's a crowded area though. Probably not the best decision to venture that way. Ball eventually went forward, but intercepted at the head of Kasumovic. White. Stella. Finds Hassan. Hassan's forced back. MetroStars, but then they deceived Melo and Nicola. Ball threaded through. Vinko Stanisic goes on a run. Mohamed Hassan, edge of the box. Turns, but no foul there. This guy not happy with that. Now there's Noah McNamara. There's a few afters there that can't run off the ball, but that's broken down now. Football's back on the menu. Here's Malawal Nicola going through the middle of the park. 50-50 ball. Still has it. And so far forward there, he was starting to get a headache, I think.
We were just saying that MetroStars looked like they were dictating play a little bit, but all of a sudden United just wrestling back the tempo, so things well and truly sort of a little bit end-to-end as far as momentum goes.
No, it's Batistella's gone to ground. I think he's got one with his left calf. Adelaide United have opted to play on though. It should be interesting now that MetroStars have won possession. MetroStars will be perfectly entitled to play on here with a player down, given that Adelaide United opted to do that. Eventually cleared by Kasumovic, only as far as Satira. Windsor, back to Satira. Windsor again. Attack breaks down. Adelaide United again. Playing on as D'Angelo clatters into Mohamed Hassan.
Hassan's just had his knock, but meanwhile, Battistella has been down for a while now, and he's got no intention of getting up, and now he looks like he's in a great deal of pain, wincing. His players just going to give some assistance, and physio's there as well. The way he's stretching looks like it's just a calf, but there goes the signal to have him come off.
A player who is on the far side is Giorgio Parhas. But if this is a change of substitution, they might make another decision here.
Got the luxury of the replay here, and for Battistella, it looked like he maybe, it was the way he landed on his left foot as he was receiving the ball. He recovered from, I guess, landing on it by limping, and he just, yeah, you could tell immediately there was something that wasn't right with his left foot.
So the fourth official on the far side, Jordan Tripodi, has indicated that indeed Giorgio Parhas will be the player who's coming on. And as the very pleasantly voiced stadium announcer has indicated, Giorgio Parhas does come onto the park for Alex Battistella. And I think they're making a second substitution over there. Looks like Luka Blažević is also leaving us. And it's Mutsa Mapandawana that comes on for Blažević.
Blažević came into the side for this game, so I wonder if the plan was to maybe only use him for part of the game.
I think that substitution's a planned one, and Mapandawana, who's come onto this side, is the replacement for Alex Battistella. Probably an unplanned one, given that Battistella's off through injury, and here is Mapandawana off on a run here. He won't get there first, but he would have been offside even if he had, as indicated by the assistant on this near side, Joseph Blajeski. .23 minutes remaining on the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard. Still nothing each.
Yeah, I feel like we deserve a goal.
It will make it interesting if it does end up level. Moving into the second leg of this two-legged playoff as Cameron Woodfin picks the ball up just at the edge of the D. And the pass doesn't get to its intended recipient. It's picked up by Hamish Gow. Gow finds Nagel. Nagel goes back to McNamara. But if scores are level, regardless of whether it's 0-0 or 1-1, it does make that second leg interesting. I mean, the second leg's always going to be the winner takes all game. But if you're entering that level pegging,
it also mean it's the third draw between these two teams this year. Although, I don't know, do you consider a draw if it's a two-legger?
Yes, I think you do, Simon. But next week can't be a draw. It would be extra time and penalties. Here's Hamish Gow now. Little reverse pass out to the far side. Chetadini picks up, goes low into the middle. Gow was looking to receive it again. But United clear their lines.
All-time slide by Kasumovic to put his 7-foot frame, as you've dictated it, in front.
Oh, we have fun, don't we, Simon? There's a little run here by Visser to the byline, cuts it back. Cleared by Satira Phyllis. Windsor was lurking behind him like a menace, but it never got to him in the end, and it's gone out for a throw-in on the far side. Here we come again. Offside though. Nice finish though, wasn't it?
Yeah, we got a little bit of a crowd pop from those who didn't see the flag initially.
Assistant on the far side, Jaden Betterman.
Can't find a Betterman.
I'll give you 10 out of 10 for effort. Gow picks up the midfield. And Satira, and he finds McNamara, who goes back to his goalkeeper, Cody Ostreich. Christian D'Angelo now with the ball midway inside his own half as they try and tease Adelaide United out. And fourth. Eventually the long ball from Ostreich. Jackson Walls was on a run on the far side. It didn't get to him though. But they do have the throw in.
Notice United on that instance were just sitting off a little bit and just letting MetroStars play that out. Wonder if that's them having a bit more of a tendency to do that during the second half is possibly one of the things that have allowed MetroStars to get a little bit more momentum. The press was pretty intense during the first half, but it does seem like they've just dialed back that pressure a little bit.
Here's Hamish Gow though, makes his way forward. Sorry to interrupt you there, Simon. It looked like Gow maybe. Ooh, dearie me. Solid challenge there by Christian Satira. That's caused a little unrest in the ranks. I think Wordsworth has got a yellow card out immediately. He'll be chatting to his assistants to determine if that needs to be anything other than that. Happened very quickly. But it is a yellow card for Christian Satira. He got a yellow last week as well. At least he's consistent. But that was a wholehearted challenge, I would say.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the vision to catch up to us. We're due to see a little bit of a spark in this game late, I think, but in the end, that even kind of ended quite respectfully.
Kasumovic gets us back underway. Chips it forward. Amlani Tatu on the far side now. Wins the throw. And he opts to leave it.
Just to quickly revisit that, I wonder if maybe there was a bit of a learning by Adelaide United following a tough challenge and the players just coming together after the two players being sent off. That maybe they can control how they react a little bit.
2 players sent off last week. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what I said, sorry.
You said 2 players sent off. I was thinking we haven't had 2 players sent off. I think you meant last week, didn't you?
Yeah, I was absolutely talking about last week.
Cool. No worries.
Despite what came out of my mouth.
I was thinking, wow, where have I been? Thomas Visser now on the far side. Makes his way to the byline. Gets his cross in low. It's fallen to Windsor here. Windsor's got half chance. And it's gone out cleanly as adjudicated by the referee, and it'll be a goal kick.
Thank you for the tap on the shoulder there. I was just watching back the replay of the clash a little bit earlier, and yeah, Christian Satira came in fiercely. But
also didn't get near the ball, did he?
No. But a little opportunity there. I think Windsor was maybe a little bit too much to think of in terms of his footwork to eventually get the shot off on that occasion.
Here's MetroStars now, again, building up from the back. Christian D'Angelo opts to go long, switches the play somewhat to this near side. Michael Cittadino get there first, keeps it in. Well done him, shoots from an impossible angle. And is blocked by Vartuli and collected at the second attempt. Despite the efforts of both Hamish Gow and Owen Windsor. And a little let off there, I feel, for United.
Yeah, but I think it all started a little bit earlier. I made the comment before about United just sitting off and giving MetroStars a little bit too much space from the back. And again, they gave D'Angelo enough time to launch that long ball in to create that opportunity. So, again, I think that's maybe something that United letting off the pedal there could have been costly.
There's Tatu now in the box. Paid some close attention there by Jackson Walls. Gets the space, maybe hangs on to it a bit too long, and eventually the shot comes in. blocked by Cody Ostry. Tatu has that little propensity just to hang on to the ball just that little bit too long for me. He did it there, I feel. Maybe an earlier release might have changed something there, but it wasn't to be. There's Visser. Plays it back to the two giants at the back in McNamara and D'Angelo.
15 feet of height between them.
That's it. They're able to stand on each other's shoulders. They'd be able to change a light bulb, no problem. Cittadini now, drop deep. Plays in Visser. Walls, back to Cittadini now. Gao, he's very deep. Just inside his opponent's half now. Plays in Cameron Woodfin. Woodfin tries to chip over the top for Windsor, and Windsor will get there. Doesn't have much in the way of support. He's got Kasumovic all over him. Windsor still has it. Gets past Kasumovic, gets the shot in, and I think that's been stopped by Vertuli again.
Yeah, I think he just got the foot to it.
Pace of the game dropped off somewhat now. 15 minutes to go in the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard.
I think MetroStars, who seem to still be controlling things for the most part, don't seem to be in, well, I was about to say they don't seem to be in a terrible rush, but they've been creating opportunities, so that's probably not fair to say. I had the observation earlier about the centre midfielders just coming back to give some assistance. I saw that a moment ago from both Gow and Woodfin coming back, and it seems to be helping just to spread United a little bit, make them chase, and in turn just open up a bit more space for them to play. It's that long ball again.
It's made its intended destination though. Here's Michael Cittadini on this near side. Gets his shot in. And again, another stop for Vertuli to make. Another shot on target from MetroStars. And another chance gone, to be honest. I like to think we're setting the scene for next week, Simon, as much as anything else.
Bit of a curtain raiser.
It is. Here's Woodfin. It did bounce up off his hand. Well, not literally his hand, but his lower arm. Pandawana now on this near side. There's an overlapping option in Parhas. He receives it back, tries to play in Ryan White. White does get it. It's very congested, it's very tight there, and MetroStars come away with it. Ostry clears now. Up into the night sky it goes, and underneath it is Mr. Owen Windsor. We still have it now. Cittadini plays in Windsor again in this near side. Windsor's on his left foot. Gets the cross in low, and Cameron Woodfin has put it away from close range. No offside there. And MetroStars go 1-0 up in this first leg. And I think over the last 5 or 10 minutes that's been coming, Simon.
Yeah, I think you're right. Not the usual approach for MetroStars, I've got to say. The cross coming in from Windsor, but they had the target in the middle, managed to capitalise, and after, well, I can't tell you, the clock's just disappeared from the screen, but I think we're around 75 minutes.
Yeah, we're on 78. But yeah, that goal changes the complexion of things, of course. It has been a somewhat cagey affair to this point. And don't forget, there is a second leg to come next week, so we've still potentially got another 130 odd minutes of football to come here. But that really changes the complexion of it, and I think that goal, you know, I think it will make things different. I think it might alert Adelaide United a bit more, and I think for me, over the last sort of 10-15 minutes, MetroStars have just looked a little bit more potent in that final third. With as Tatu comes in, gets his shot, and that's a great stop by Jackson Walls to deny him. Comes to Mapandawana on this near side now. Mapandawana gets his way to the byline. Can't get his cross in though. MetroStars combining well at the back there. Come away with it. Chetadini, cross ball, going as far as Taladera. Thomas Visser waiting to pounce. Against it comes to Kasimovic. But just to go back to what I was saying, I just feel over that last sort of 10-15 minutes, MetroStars have just looked like they're a wee bit more dangerous in that final third. They've had a few shots at Max Vartuli's goal. Nothing that's got past them. And you had Gau's shot, you had Windsor's shot. Vartuli's been called in to stop them. And I just felt eventually something might come. And it has, with 10 minutes to go.
Yeah, and on the flip side, I think United maybe just left their foot off the pedal a little bit. I've pointed out a couple of times just the pressing, letting off a little bit at times. So now they've got no choice but to chase, especially given they face the prospect of having to chase at TK Shutter next week.
Well, here come Adelaide United now on the far side. Tatu on his right, hits it low. D'Angelo gets in the way, blocks it from Walls, and Walls clears.
It's really well judged from D'Angelo to slide in there and just put an extra body between.
Max Vartuli goes it along the ground. Don't know if Nicola was ready for it there. MetroStars win it back. McNamara go all the way back to his goalkeeper, Cody Ostreich. This is the second game today, of course. Croydon drew 1-1 at home to Adelaide City in the first leg of that semi-final. And the winner of that two-legged tie will play the winner of this two-legged tie in South Australia's Premier Men's Grand Final in 2 weeks' time. MetroStars seeking a first title since 2012. Adelaide United having more recent success just 2 years ago. As Thomas Visser makes his way down the edge of the box here, finds Owen Windsor. Windsor's forced into the corner. Nicola and Pandawana in the corner, but Windsor still has it. But eventually, I think the decision's been that the ball went out. It's a goal kick. No argument from Owen Windsor. Cameron Woodfin has scored 9 league goals to date. I don't know if a goal in the final series is added on or that's counted separately, but that's his 10th for the season either way. As MetroStars make a substitution, looks like Jake Porter's the player to come on. And it looks at Thomas Visser, who's left us, but he's a long way away.
Yeah, it was Visser. Thank you, Matt Mays on the mic for confirming that as well.
What a kindly gentleman he is. Jake Porter on, Thomas Visser off as United make their way into the box. Tatu can't get that cross in. Jackson Walls, another solid tackle by him. He's been great at the back tonight.
I made the observation before that maybe Tatu's just a little bit too patient at times, and I think maybe that was a good example, possibly with a little bit more aggression or by launching that in. He might have given himself a slightly better chance, but nonetheless they've won the corner.
Here comes that corner in towards the edge of the box. Pandawana tries to cross it back in, doesn't get the cross right though, and it's easily and comfortably collected and cleared by Hamish Gow. It goes all the way back to Max Vartuli at the other end. He redistributes it to Malawal Nicola. Fabian Taladera now tries to play in Tatu in the far side. Hassan offers a little bit of harassment to his opponents there, but MetroStars still have it. And then a long ball forward means it goes all the way back through to Adelaide United. Kasimovic now chips forward to no one really. Scott Nagel now in this near side. Pandawana gives chase. Nagel threads the ball through to Porter. Porter's got no one in the middle, and he's crossed it to no one in the middle. Eventually, the ball comes out off Mapandawana. It'll be a MetroStars throw-in. Scott Nagle doesn't fancy climbing the fence to retrieve that. I don't think I would either. Probably do a hammy if I tried that. But fortunately, we have a ball boy down there in the corner who will retrieve it for us.
Well, I think 1-0 up in the away leg as well. I certainly wouldn't be in any hurry. I wouldn't think MetroStars at this point. The pressure's all on Adelaide United to do the chasing at the moment.
Amara. D'Angelo. Jackson Walls will now explore the options down the right-hand side. D'Angelo now. 5 minutes to go in the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard for all your indoor and outdoor LED needs. Goal scored in the 78th minute by the American Cameron Woodfin, who I feel, and made the comment earlier, has had a quieter game than he normally would have, and yet he pops up and scores a goal. Well, that's the difference between the two sides at this point in time. And he could do nothing all game and score a goal, and you're going to be the hero, potentially.
I think he often operates in the shadows a little bit, though. If I'm being completely honest, I do find there's games that I'm calling where I'm not saying his name a terrible lot, but, you know, with 9 goals, he's the second highest scorer for MetroStars. Well, 10 now.
Yep.
With that extra one added to the tally.
Maybe I've been cruel in my commentary of him.
I don't think you have, because I was thinking the same thing during the week, to be perfectly honest, that, yeah, sometimes he, you know, you don't see him having a huge amount of involvement, but he pops his head up at crucial times. And, of course, he did so the first time these two teams played at ServiceFM this season, where he managed to get 3 goals all of his own.
That's right. What am I talking about? I don't know my stuff. I just got a hat-trick in that game. What am I talking about? Jackson Walls taking no chances there. With Mlani Tatu breathing down his neck, he opts to clear the ball rather than go back to his goalkeeper. Concedes a throw-in. But safety first, I think, is his view there. Jake Porter now tries to play in Michael Cittadini. It's intercepted, though, by Giorgio Parhas. And eventually the ball comes back to Max Fartuli, who plays in his skipper, Sotira Phyllis. That unique hairstyle of his that you mentioned before, Simon.
That's Rich coming from the bold guy to start deeming what's a good haircut or not.
I think it was more of an observation than critical appraisal, though, wasn't it?
Oh, that means I've just let my true feelings be known.
Michael Cittadini now faces Phyllis. He's forced back to Scott Nagle. Nagle finds McNamara. MetroStars content to take the pace right out of this game now. Let it die its death. And if I'm over dramatising it for you there, Simon, I apologise, but that's how I'm seeing it. Gow given a little nudge there by Ryan White to put him off balance. Play by Ryan White, and he's put the ball right out to this near side. Pandawana now goes into the middle. And eventually the shot comes in from Parhas, but it's blocked, and United at the end of it all have a free kick conceded by Cameron Woodfin, just at the edge of the box, maybe sort of 5 yards out. Bit of an angle to contend with, but we've seen them scored here. Saw Fabian Taladera scoring a wonderful free kick here. I think that was against MetroStars. Maybe I commentated in that game and I've forgotten all about it. Taladera free kick. That was on this side, but he's not over the ball on this occasion. Tatu over the ball there as the time comes up. I think it's just 1 minute. It was indicated the free kick comes in. Oh, dearie me, Simon. You have to sit down after that one. I thought that was in.
I just saw a net move, but I was a little bit surprised I didn't hear the crowd noise to go with it. So maybe our eyes deceived us a little bit from angle, as far as the angle. But you sort of made the comment, it seemed like time slowed down a little bit maybe over the last 5 minutes or so. So the prospect of late drama is always exciting, but it wasn't going to come off that free kick in the end.
No, and there's about 655 people in the main stand looking over at us, screaming our heads off for nothing, as Jackson Fortunato looks like he'll be coming on to replace Christian Sotira. The stadium announcer letting us know that one, that's all confirmed. Fortunato on. Sotira off. But we're already past the 90. So not much time for Jackson Fortunato to make an impression, you wouldn't think. Cody Ostry looks to take this kick and get us back underway. You would think Danny Greystone and the coaching staff would be quite happy with this win tonight. A win in the first leg of the two-legged semi-final. It's not over yet though. Here's Gow at the edge of the D. Gets his shot in, but it's off target. It's a fair way off target. And it's a goal kick.
A little bit surprised that Gow opted to take an initial touch on it. Often he likes to just wind up and take it off the first, but maybe he even thought about it a little bit too long there rather than just use his usual instincts.
Cameron Woodfin boots that into the changing room in the far side. His plan was foiled though, because there was a spare ball right in front of the bench there, and plays quickly back underway.
Defence against the dark arts.
Yeah, I think it went right into the change room. I don't know if the doors open or not, but it certainly went down the tunnel. He finished it nicely, as he did in the 77th minute on the park from close range to make it 1-0, and that is the difference between the two sides. As we now play at the referee's discretion. Malawal Nicola picks the ball up now for Adelaide United. Plays out to the far side. Sassan makes his way into the middle. Plays it back to Tatu. Nobody wants to shoot from Adelaide United's perspective. And the attack breaks down. The blonde-haired Marilyn Monroe lookalike Kasunovic eventually plays it back to Bartuli. Sotira Phyllis. Pandawana. Finds Stanisic. Pandawana again. Gets the better of Nagel. Gets the better of Gow. Plays in Taladera. The ball into the middle is not good. Intercepted by MetroStars. And although they haven't cleared the danger, they've dealt with it.
A little bit surprised we're still going at this point, to be honest.
I think you look like you're all packed up.
So I'm ready for a dinner date after this.
Make sure you tell them to leave the lights on for me when I get finished. I'm doing the overtime tonight. Porter now. It might be offside, I think, when he touches it. And it is. Looked offside from here, and I don't even have the angle. Adelaide United looking to get play restarted quickly. Can't do that. Still 2 balls in the park. And now they do. Malawal Nicola now will be the last player to touch the ball in this encounter here, as the referee Curtis Wordsworth blows his whistle for full time. And it is 1-0 on the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard. A goal in the 78th minute from the American Cameron Woodfin from close range, the difference between the two sides. And on the balance of play, 1-0 a fair result, do you think? Or
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it was pretty evenly matched up until that point. I think as the game sort of went on in the second half, it seemed like they let off a little bit. Even at the end when they had a couple of chances sort of on the edge of the 18-yard box, I think there was maybe just a little bit too much hesitation there. You think in the dying moments you may as well have a little bit of crack of it, but, you know, in the scheme of things, we are only halfway through. Another 90 minutes to be played, and if it's as evenly matched as this game was throughout most of it, I think it's still anyone's game.
Yeah, so I would agree with you there. I think through that first half, MetroStars probably started strongly, and then Adelaide United came into it, and 0-0 at half-time is probably a fair reflection in play. But just as the game wore on, I felt MetroStars were just starting to get on top in terms of their attacking prowess. And I think that goal, when it eventually did come, was probably due. But as you mentioned, this is only half-time. Next week, folks, these two teams will meet in the return leg for a spot in the final of the men's RAA NPL South Australia, proudly brought to you by ServiceFM. It'll be an intriguing return leg, I think, and it's all on Adelaide United to try and get something out of it. Love the game, Simon? Why not study it? Flinders University now offers degrees in sport, teaching, psychology, social work and more at its new city campus. Apply now for mid-year entry. Although I think you and I might be regarded as very mature students. I think it's time we pack. Well, I was going to say I think it's time we packed up, but it looks like you've already done it. I'll pack my half of the table up and we'll disappear for the evening. We'll be back in a week's time. I'm not sure which game we'll be at, but these guys will be back to play a return leg, as will Adelaide City and Croydon in the other half of the semi-final. I've been your host tonight, David Grant. You've been my co-host tonight, Simon Jimenez.
Thank you very much for having me.
It's been a pleasure. I've enjoyed having you on board. You're much cheerier than the other guys. We're not still broadcasting, are we? We better go, mate? We'll catch you around. Look forward to the next time, eh?
Done. We'll see you next week.
Cheers.